Oh, I hope each and every one of you is so ready for a feel-good story. Guys, the spiral down the drain of gun control may be complete for Davy Hogg. It turns out his special candidate got smoked so bad that even the media is making fun of him. This one might be the end of our friend Davy. You're going to love every second of it. If it does not make you smile, check your pulse. You might be dead. There's links in the description for everything I'm about to show you. Of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We are purveyors of freedom on this channel, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. And you can help defeat the YouTube algorithm, which is constantly deleting people and also hiding our notifications. All right, let's get it. All right, so right over here at Braden LOA on X, this is the forefront, the interaction between you and I. Make sure you are not missing that because, guys, I'm telling you, it's a party because I get to share things like this before I even do videos on them. Look at this. Oh, man, you hate to see it. I don't hate to see it. I really don't like this kid. David Hogg doubles down against Democrat Party after his candidate loses. All right, well, if you weren't on the following Davy around train, which I sincerely hope all of you were not, he had a new candidate in Arizona. It was this big comeback. You know that big thing where he was going to put $20 million towards ousting Democrats in the midterms? Yeah. Yeah, he was kicked out of the Democrat Party, the DNC, basically no longer a vice chair for that, and now his first soiree into it has led to utter and total destructive defeat. Yeah, look at this. I'm just going to show you the results here real quick. So this is the actual race I'm talking about. So his candidate was this one right here, Deja Fox. Yeah, she got 20.3% of the vote, and the woman who won got 62.3. Yeah, you almost pulled it out, Davey. You were so close. No, you weren't. You got smoked. Guys, when I've been telling you this whole time, Davey has ostracized himself from the intelligentsia, the elitism of the Democrat Party, the main power brokers. Yeah, this kid's going to have no name left. Actually, he's already got no name left. Let me keep on going in these articles. There's a few points that I want to highlight here. This one's from Breitbart, and then I'm going to jump over to something else, which it gets even worse. David Hogg has doubled down on his criticism of the Democrat Party after his PAC-backed candidate lost in Arizona's special election Tuesday. Breitbart News reported that with 77% of the vote counted, the New York Times noted that Hogg's candidate, Gen Z's Deja Fox, had 21.1% of the vote, while the winner, Adelita Grijalva, I think it's Grijalva, had 62%. The Western Journal, which I've got in a second because that one tears them apart, said that Fox went down in flames. Now, Fox was the face of Hogg's plan to meddle in the party's primaries to get more young far-left activists involved. Grijalva is the daughter of Arizona Rep. Raul Grijalva, Democrat. All right, I might be saying that name completely wrong. Sorry, I've never heard it said before. But, oh my God, Davey, I hear Dick's Sporting Goods is hiring. I mean, like, whoa. Let's keep on going. Here's his little post in his outlash. This is his outburst, his lashing out. This is one post on X on Thursday after he got 2 days to drink away his woes. Probably an ice wine. The Democrats' party approval rating is one of the lowest it's ever been. It's beyond time for do-nothing Democrats to get out. If you can't see the problem, you are the problem. Healthy competition in our primaries is an asset to be utilized, not a liability to be managed. Yeah, that's what someone says who got kicked out of the party and just got his teeth kicked in by the voters. Yeah. And this part right here is why I have no problem just bashing him from orbit. Hogg is a staunch gun control proponent and ex-Democrat National Committee vice chair. That's because he got kicked out and he's a gun-controlling dill hole. And here's a face of defeat of Davy Hogg. The first PAC-backed candidate trounced in Arizona's special election. Tell you what, if it doesn't make you smile, you're dead. All right. We've already said that part. Oh, yeah, this is interesting. Davy thought that he was going to unseat a deep Democrat seat with pretty much full-on establishment Democrat ties after the guy who was in the seat died and his daughter ran to take the seat in the same party. Davy. It's not how we do it, boo. It's not how you do it. It is verboten. Everyone knows. Anyway, let's jump into more of the celebration. Whoops. David Hogg's first PAC-backed primary candidate goes down in flames. This one is really aggressive. Again, I don't like this kid. I don't care. I don't. All the things that he said to you, about me, about us, about how we have blood on our hands, how we hate everything because gun lobby controls our every single thought and dream and what we want to eat for dinner, all that kind of crap. I don't really care to watch him swirl down the drain of Democrat loss of power. I just don't, and that's how I feel about it. Tuesday gave us a preview of ex-Democrat National Committee Vice Chair David Hogg's plan to meddle in the party's primaries to get more young far left activists involved. If early returns are any indication, this wasn't worth ruining his DNC gig over. Yeah, because he's an idiot. I already told you the 77%. Deja Fox, the Gen Z influencer that Hogg's Leaders We Deserve PAC was backing, was a beyond distant second with 21% of the vote. And of course, the 7th Congressional District in Arizona is blue as they come, which is why Davey chose it, because whoever wins the primary actually gets into the seat, which would give Davey some power. Davey has no power. Anyway, let's continue. Because this is the big thing. This is the actual, outside of the celebration of watching this kid fade away from memory. The other piece to this is the actual political aspect of it. The real takeaway could best be summed up by the Washington Post, which called it the Mamdani sequel that wasn't. That's the whole point. Remember the Civil War that I constantly tell you guys about? With the left and then the establishment and the left socialist wing thinks that they've got this big social mandate because the internet is the internet, and then the establishment Democrats are like, yeah, that's not happening, which is why DNC kicked out Davey Hogg, which is why they didn't back his primary challengers, which is why they got pissed at him, which is why AOC and Bernie Sanders and Jasmine Crockett, they're all over here on the extreme side where everybody else is like, for the love of God. Yeah. Fox, who had appeared to gain a bit of momentum in recent weeks, left some Democrats wondering if she could pull off the surprise, like Mamdani, the socialist in New York. But the anti-establishment message that Mamdani deployed in New York was harder for Grijalva opponents to replicate, given her support from many of the same liberal groups and leaders who backed Mamdani, and the fact that she had not held prior federal office. So, literally, she had no qualifications. That sounds like someone that Davey would go behind. Indeed, Fox's main qualification came from being a hashtag activist on Instagram. That checks. Particularly when it came to the right to abort babies. She'd gone viral in her teens for confronting then Arizona Senator Jeff Flake and has never given up the spotlight on the left bubble social media. This was enough to convince Hogg, whose plan to spend $20 million to primary older establishment Democrats in blue seats is suspected by many to be the reason why the DNC chose to oust him on procedural grounds, to back the 25-year-old Fox in what seemed to be a pilot run. Well, that pilot run didn't work out. Deja Fox has been holding Republicans and career politicians' feet to the fire since she was 15 years old. She's an organizer who has carved out her own path of experiencing homelessness and working at a gas station, and she is ready to fight for Tucson, her hometown, Hogg said in his endorsement. So, she ambushed a senator, Jeff Flake. She worked at a gas station and she was homeless, and that's the qualification that Davey Hogg said, yeah, we're going to oust all the Democrats and put $20 million behind. I can't imagine why they kicked him out. Oh, good Lord. Let's keep going. There's something else I want to show you here. I can't remember exactly what it was. Oh, yeah. Not even close. This part right here. Davey this is so great, his brand. It's unclear whether Hogg sealed Fox's fate or whether it was the other way around. Hogg's brand is more toxic than a Superfund site after his exit from the DNC, and while his endorsement was supposed to add momentum to the influencer's campaign, it might have scared people willing to give her a chance off due to the damage Hogg has already managed to wreak in the party. Let's freaking go. Do you guys remember when I told you Davey was going to be his own undoing? They were going to push him out of the party, and then his brand was going to be so toxic no one would touch him? And then the first person that he endorses out of his gate of his ouster from the DNC through his Leaders We Deserve PAC gets trounced because no one will touch him because his brand is too toxic. Guys, this kid is done. He's gone. He will no longer be relevant. All that's going to happen is a lot of real angry posts on X. That's it. His Leaders We Deserve PAC is going to go away. His March for Our Lives is going to go away. It's already fading. Guys, I'm telling you, this kid's done. Bye-bye. But that's what I had for you. I just want to recap real quick one more time. Yeah, 20.3% of the vote. Jeez. I guess being homeless and working for a gas station and being a social media influencer isn't quite enough to get someone in. Wonders never cease. All right, that's what I've got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed every second of that. I hope you have the I'd say first best Saturday of at least this week. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.